They say your house holds your secrets, but what if I told you it also holds your frequency? Not metaphorically, literally. Every object, every corner, every room is humming at a silent vibration, and it's either aligning with abundance or subtly blocking it. Most people never feel it. They walk into their home and carry stress, fatigue, chaos. But deep beneath the clutter, the walls remember. The energy settles in. And over time, that invisible weight becomes a silent architect of your reality. That's because everything is vibration, not as a belief, but as a law. Physics confirms what mystics have whispered for centuries. Molecules dance, atoms pulse, and even your thoughts are electric currents shaping your environment. But there's one space in your home where this vibration is more than just background noise. It's sacred. It's where your body becomes still, but your energy stays active. And when the right substance, the right frequency, is placed there with intention, the atmosphere changes. Energy opens. Prosperity listens. Salt isn't just a seasoning, it's a key. And the door it unlocks begins in the most overlooked part of your house. That's what we're about to uncover. Salt has existed long before currency, before industry, before borders. Ancient civilizations traded it as gold. They didn't just value it for flavor. They revered it as life itself. And they were right. Because hidden in each grain is a vibration strong enough to cleanse, charge, and transform. In spiritual metaphysics, salt is more than matter. It's memory. A crystalline structure capable of absorbing frequencies, dissolving stagnant fields, and elevating vibrations. Science calls it a natural conductor. Energy workers call it a purifier. The result is the same. It shifts the unseen. And this is where most people misunderstand their reality. They think change begins in action, but true transformation begins in the unseen, in the energy that surrounds and fills everything. You don't attract prosperity by chasing it. You attract it by matching it. And salt helps you match it. Vibrations don't lie. When your field is heavy, tense, or scattered, abundance feels blocked because your frequency is speaking chaos. But when you begin interacting with tools of alignment, like salt, the message you send to the universe becomes clearer, lighter, more magnetic. That's why salt is the first step. It's simple, humble, but powerful. Not because of what it is, but because of what it does. It bridges matter and energy. It purifies your inner and outer space. And it starts shifting your reality before you even notice it. Your bedroom is more than where you sleep. It is the threshold between the conscious and the subconscious. A space where your body rests, but your energy listens. Every night, while your mind drifts away, your field remains open, absorbing, processing, aligning. In ancient traditions, the bedroom was considered a temple of regeneration. The placement of objects, the direction of the bed, the clarity of the space, all these details were intentional. Because the energy you sleep in is the energy you wake up with, and that energy shapes what you attract. When the bedroom is cluttered, stagnant, or disrupted by electronics and chaotic frequencies, your vibration becomes clouded. You may not notice it in the moment, but over time, your creativity dims, your clarity weakens, and your ability to receive abundance is dulled. That's why the bedroom is the sacred place, the one space where energetic hygiene matters most. It's where your intentions should sleep with you, where alignment begins, and where the salt, this ancient transmitter, becomes your silent ally. Placing salt here isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. Because when you charge the atmosphere of your bedroom, you charge the most intimate layer of your field. You purify not only the space, but the dreams, emotions, and beliefs that silently govern your reality. Not all rooms are equal. Some carry the scent of memory. Others echo with movement. But one room, only one, holds the power to rewrite your vibration while you're no longer awake to control it. Your bedroom isn't a room. It's a frequency chamber, a field of quiet transformation, a sacred zone hidden in plain sight. When night falls, your conscious mind releases control. It slips into dreams, rest, silence. But the subconscious remains, open, porous, absorbing everything in the energetic atmosphere. That's the part of you that never sleeps. And it's the part that listens the most. What it hears becomes belief. What it feels becomes attraction. The air in your room carries more than oxygen. It holds residue, frequencies of conversations, worries, electronics, clutter, neglect. Without noticing, you breathe in energy that wasn't meant for you. You sleep in it, and it becomes part of your field. That's how stagnation enters, not as an event, but as a slow settling. That's why this room matters. Not because of where it is, but because of what it does. It's the only place where you willingly surrender your guard. You're vulnerable, but also open. And that is the most powerful moment to plant a vibration of prosperity. It's when salt becomes more than a substance. It becomes a transmitter. When you place activated salt water near your bed, you're not performing superstition. You're setting up resonance. You're cleansing the ether where your subconscious breathes, and the change is subtle but undeniable. Your dreams shift. Your mornings feel lighter. You begin to receive, without knowing exactly what changed. But your energy knows. Your frequency is remembering how to align. Transformation doesn't require noise. It begins in stillness, in sacred gestures, in the quiet merging of intention and vibration. That's exactly what this ritual is, a silent activation of flow, coded into the simplest elements, salt and water. You begin by choosing a clear glass, not a plastic cup, not something dull or casual. The glass must reflect clarity, purity, because the container mirrors your intention. Clean it with presence. Wash it as if you were preparing a space for sacred memory. You are. Now, fill it 3/4 with the purest water you can find. Not just any tap water. Choose water that feels alive, filtered, spring, or at least clean and unstagnant. Remember, water holds memory. If you give it confusion, it returns confusion. If you give it respect, it returns alignment. Then take 3 full tablespoons of salt, sea salt or rock salt. Let each spoonful drop gently, like placing codes into a liquid circuit. With each one, you're not just adding substance, you're charging vibration. Now stir. Clockwise. 3 full minutes. Not rushed, not mechanical. Feel the current you are creating. As you stir, speak aloud with certainty. This salt cleanses and purifies my life. Let your voice carry the frequency. Words are not just language, they're vibration-shaping matter. Once the ritual is activated, place the glass beside your bed, not beneath, not hidden. Place it with intention, as you would a guardian. Let it rest where your subconscious can sense it as you sleep. As the nights pass, observe. If the water becomes cloudy, it has worked. It has absorbed what you were not meant to carry. Dispose of it with gratitude and begin again. It's not a spell. It's a recalibration. It's the moment your space begins to speak a new language to the universe. And the universe listens. Change doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It shows up in the corners of your awareness, in how the air feels, in how your thoughts move, in how your body breathes. When energy begins to shift, the signs are often subtle, but undeniable to those who are truly present. You may notice the silence in your bedroom feels deeper, not empty, but sacred, as if something unseen has been cleared, making room for what's to come. That stillness is a sign. It means the clutter you couldn't see, the energetic fog, is lifting. Your field is finally exhaling. Your dreams might begin to change. They become clearer, more vivid, or carry symbols you don't fully understand yet. That's your subconscious reorganizing itself, releasing what doesn't belong, receiving new codes. Realignment always begins in sleep before it appears in waking life. You might wake up feeling lighter, not in your body, but in your state. You begin your day with less mental weight, with more clarity. Your reactions soften, your timing improves. You feel more inflow, even if your outer life hasn't changed yet. That's vibration aligning before form follows. Objects in your space may also shift. A candle flickers differently. The water in the ritual glass becomes cloudy faster. You feel drawn to reorganize, clean, or change small things without knowing why. These aren't coincidences. They're responses. Your space is speaking back to you. And when abundance begins to arrive, not only in money, but in synchronicities, ideas, connections, it feels natural because you're no longer chasing prosperity from the outside. You're becoming magnetic to it from within. Salt doesn't just cleanse, it opens. Every ritual you've done, every glass of water you've charged, has carved a subtle doorway in your energetic field. And through that doorway, something new begins to flow, not from outside, but from a deeper layer of yourself. That's the secret. The ritual doesn't give you abundance. It reveals that you were always the source. But portals require tending. Energy isn't static. Prosperity is not a switch you turn on once. It's a stream you must keep unblocked. That's why consistency matters, not as a discipline, but as a rhythm. When you treat your sacred space with presence, it responds with grace. When you cleanse it with salt, it listens. Keep observing the signs, refresh the water, renew the salt. Listen to the language of your home. If the air feels heavy again, if your sleep becomes restless, don't judge, just realign. That's part of the dance. Even the ocean retreats before it returns stronger. Expand the ritual beyond the bedroom if you feel called. Place salt in other rooms, near doorways, inside shoes, anywhere energy lingers. But always begin where your essence rests, the sacred space where you surrender to dreams and rise into creation. That space is your anchor. The more you engage with this portal, the more sensitive you become to shifts. You begin to feel energy before others see it. You align faster. You attract with less effort. Because now your home is not just a shelter. It's a field, a transmitter, a living mirror of your inner abundance. You're not just using salt, you're remembering how to command energy. You're choosing to live in resonance. And that is where real prosperity begins.